The World Health Organization considers depression as the leading cause of disability worldwide. Not one factor is at fault for causing depression. In short, it's not just brain chemicals, environmental stressors, genetic vulnerability, diseases, or mood management. It can be caused or triggered by a specific event or a combination of many reasons. This time on Top Wisdom, we will discuss one reason or factor for depression: parents. Before we proceed, you can check out our other videos on our channel by clicking on the subscribe button. We have a wide range of topics waiting for you. Going back, as bleak as it sounds, parents can sometimes cause or worsen their children's depression. Whether this is conscious or not, people are starting to speak up about how their parents triggered a depressive episode. If you're suspecting that your parents or guardians are causing your depression, you need to watch the whole video. Just so we're clear, depression, according to the Mayo Clinic, in its simplest definition, is a mood disorder that causes continuous feelings of sadness and loss of interest. People are not faking it for attention. Got it? Let's go ahead and list some signs that your parents are contributing to your depression. 1. They make you feel like you're not good enough. Our parents or guardians are supposed to want what's best for us. It's part of their job description to push us and guide us from time to time to become the best version of ourselves. Here's the thing, there's positive motivation and there's being overly critical. If your parents are making you feel like you're not doing enough and they keep comparing you to your siblings, your neighbors, or your cousins, then that's the wrong kind of motivation. When they constantly make you feel small, don't acknowledge your effort, or dismiss a job well done, then they might be detrimental to your psychological health. 2. You dread talking to them. You see those scenes in Christmas movies where their characters are so excited to talk to their parents. Some of them even talk to their parents on a daily basis with full smiles on their faces. Can you relate? If it's like a fantasy land where parents and children have a healthy relationship, then that could mean your relationship with your parents is a toxic one. When your mom sends you a message that she will call you tomorrow, or you see her name flashing on your phone screen and you feel your whole body get cold and you start to sweat, then there's a good chance your parents are depressing you. If a phone call from your mom or dad manages to ruin your whole day, ding ding ding, they are causing your depression. 3. They hold you back. Your family is supposed to be your number one support system. They're supposed to cheer you on and lift you up. Depression that's caused by your parents, the opposite is true. They pull you down and hold you back. You would sometimes get the urge to vocalize your dreams out loud and share it with them expecting support, but what you get is not what you expected. They tear you down instead. They make you feel so small that you won't even dare to dream. When you get a plan going, you don't share it with them anymore because of previous experiences. 4. You feel pressured. A good amount of pressure will push you to keep moving forward. It motivates you to be better and to never give up. Too much of it will make you feel like you're about to explode. Living constantly in a high-pressure environment is bad for anyone. You expect that kind of atmosphere at work or in school, but when you go home, all you want to do is relax and let go. Coming home to a toxic home life is not good for your mental health. When your parents expect too much of you, it may be about grades or something else entirely. When all you want to do is rest, it can be very draining. If you experience this at home, then your parents might be the reason for your mental health issues. 5. They are distant. If you observe long enough, you can sense that there's a distance between you and your parents, a gap that you just can't close no matter what you try. Parents are important figures in our lives. Our home relationship will have a ripple effect on your relationships now and when you get older. Toxic parental relationships are superficial relationships. Your parents don't know who you are, and you don't know who your parents are. There's too much resentment for there being a meaningful relationship. A lot easier said than done. 6. Their presence drains you. When you're all grown and your parents call you to tell you that they'll come over to your house to spend a weekend, and all you can feel is exhaustion about the coming ordeal, then your parents might be bad for your mental health. If a phone call with them is already a lot to take in, imagine a few days. When spending time with them is draining for you emotionally, physically, and mentally, then you have to take a long, hard look at your relationship with them and how it's affecting your life. 7. Symptoms of depression are worse when they're around. Check on yourself when you're around them. Are you easy to anger? Irritable? Do you feel defensive? Do you want to jump out of your seat and run away? If you feel like this, your parents are bad for you. As an adult, there are times when you have to go home for special events. When going home feels like a void that sucks all the hope and happiness you feel, your depression could be because of your parents. There are situations when cutting off contact is the best decision for all parties involved. 8. Your self-confidence is less around them. Do you feel small or helpless when you're around them? Just by being around them, you find yourself constantly questioning your worth and capacity as a person. Unhealthy relationships feel like this. When it's like this, all you want to do is sit in a corner and make yourself as small as possible. Relationships like this will make you feel like you're not capable of doing anything good. You carry that feeling with you. They will constantly question you and belittle you that you'll doubt yourself. 9. You feel lighter when you're away. Growing up, the only thing that keeps you going is the idea of turning 18 years old and moving away. That's your only motivation because you know you'll be free of the weight of this unhealthy relationship. Even short, unsupervised trips away from home will feel like the best vacation in the world. A good indication is when you feel 5 pounds lighter and 3 inches taller. Being away from them, you'll notice a spring in your step and you'll feel like you're breathing for the first time. 10. They get under your skin quickly. When your parents treat you poorly, they will know where to hit you where it hurts. They will target topics you feel strongly about and they'll beat you up about it until you give up. They'll talk about things that you feel protective about just to get a rise out of you. This is an excuse to keep you down and make sure they can still control you. 11. They are abusive. A good sign that your parents are causing your depression is when they're abusive. It doesn't even have to be obvious physical abuse where they beat you and hurt you. Sometimes what sticks the most is the verbal and psychological abuse. When the negative inner voice in your head starts to sound like your mom or dad belittling you, then they are abusing you. Abusive parents will also invade your privacy, demand your passwords, cut off your internet access, or barge into your room. They will also refuse to assist you financially so you can afford things that will benefit you. 12. They ignore your mental health. It takes a lot to open up about your mental health. Parents who are contributing to their children's depression will ignore their kids' problems. Even when you outright ask them for help, they'll dismiss you. They will refuse to acknowledge that it's a real problem. Admitting that you're depressed will force them to look at themselves and how they affect you, and they will do anything to avoid taking responsibility for your depression. You can't really pinpoint the one specific reason that causes your depression, but you can try to recognize the main reasons that are affecting your mental health. It may be awful to admit it because they're your parents, but if you want to get better, you have to confront your problems and face it head on. If you're not sure whether you're depressed or not, feel free to check out our other video about the hidden signs of depression. Mental health is a serious subject. If you need help, don't hesitate to talk to doctors and professionals to get better. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We hope to see you on the next video.